Hi everyone, this is Crystal, and today I'm working in my 2019 Project Life album. This is actually my album for November and December, so it is slightly different than my other albums. I wanted it to stand out. I originally had planned to do my December daily in here, but I changed my mind, decided just to do Project Life for the last couple months of the year. I already have all of the photos printed for both months, but I think there's only one page in this entire album that's finished, that one there. So yeah, there's still lots of work to do here. So what I am going to do is use some of the Happy Holiday, or Hello Holiday, sorry, it's Hello Holiday collection from Push Print Studio. I purchased this entire collection, and normally when I buy digitals, I tend to print them individually, so I'll bring each individual PNG file into Photoshop and edit it if I would need to, and then print it as needed. But I didn't feel like doing all of that editing, so when you purchase the entire collection at Push Print Studio, you get a PDF that you can just print on your own. So that's what I've done. I've just printed the PDF that comes with the collection, so I have the entire thing here. And I am going to trim these out and then find a page in December to use them with. I'm not actually sure which one I want to use these to document yet. I'm just going to pick one that is looking fun to me and go with it. So I just wanted to show you that this is where I'm at with my Project Life from last year, and also to show you how I printed this collection. So I'm going to go away, trim these out, and pick a page to do today. So I actually chose 3 pages to work on today, so you're going to see all 3 of those in this video. This is the first one, and I also went through my Christmas stash and pulled out a few things that I thought worked well with this collection. If you are curious about my Christmas stash, there is a super old video about all of the supplies that I pulled out for my 2018 December daily. I'm still using that stash. It's the same little basket of things, so I will link that below, but you can also find it on my channel in case I forget. I have added just a couple things to it since then, so there may be a couple things here that you see that aren't in that video, but mostly it's the same as that video. So I'm just looking through the supplies, trying to decide what I want to do. I do want to include some journaling on this page, so I'm leaving a space there at the bottom, and I'm going to use this scrap of grid paper to do that. So I'm going to go away to my typewriter. As soon as I measure out how much space I have, type that up, and there it is, magically all done. So I just need to trim that out and then erase the pencil marks I used to give myself an idea of where to type. So all 3 of these pages are going to be super simple. What I've realized, and I've probably talked about this more than I need to on this channel, with my 2019 Project Life album, is that it was just super overwhelming. It was just a lot. It ended up being like doing 2 December daily albums when it came to December, since I did my actual December daily, and then I still had this 6x8 Project Life album to fill in. And I love it. I love that I have all these stories told and documented. I love all the play I get to do in creating these pages, but I'm still working on it, and I'm gonna be working on it for quite a while to get it done. So yeah, that's why I've switched up my plan for this year, and that's why you're going to continue to see pages from my 2019 albums for quite a while. In fact, I have a plan to do a little December daily bash next week, so be sure to look out for the details of that come next week, and hopefully get all of that December daily stuff done so that I can just focus on this Project Life album, which, like I said, is like a second December daily. Okay, so back to the page that I'm currently working on. A lot of these products are pretty old. I have some there from Studio Calico that are a few years old. And I have some from Merry Days and the Pebbles collection. I think it was Cozy and Bright, maybe. And then just some random bits and pieces that I pulled out from different collections from the past. I have them in those little plastic containers at the top of the screen. Those are from Target. Those are the ones that Andrea of Retro Hip Mama, she pointed out in her stories a few weeks or maybe a few days. I don't keep track of time very well anymore, so I'm not sure how long ago it was, but she mentioned them in her stories. She also, I think, did a post about them on Instagram. They are amazing, and I love them, and I bought a bunch, and I can't wait to get more because they're perfect for for keeping things at hand that you want to use, and also for like this, just sorting through a huge amount of stuff to narrow it down to a few things that you might use on a particular project like this one. So super glad I picked those up. Definitely gonna go get more. You should check out her stories if you want to know more about them, but they're in the bathroom section at Target. Okay, so almost finished with this one. Like I said, keeping it just really simple just to get these pages done. So moving on to the next page in this video. This one also super simple. It's just a couple photos of my cat sleeping around, the Christmas decor in December, and I just want to make a simple page that also is beautiful, because I really like those photos, and I take lots of pictures of my cat sleeping because I think they're adorable. So I just want to get them in the book. So like I said, really simple, but this ends up actually being, I think, my favorite page of the three. The cards, of course, are amazing. I really love that one with the heart that says "the most wonderful time." It's one of my favorites from this collection, so I had to use it. And then I'm just going to pair it with a few things, mostly from Merry Days, from the sticker sheet, and also the die cuts. I have these super old Cosmo Cricut ones that work really well with this collection, actually. I was really happy that I had them and that I could use some of them on these pages. I will definitely be using more of them as I continue to work with the Pushprint Studio collection. But I wanted another little phrase sticker, and I didn't have one in any of my Christmas stash that really worked. So I pulled out just my drawer of word and phrase stickers, and I found these craft ones that are not Christmas related at all, but I was able to find a couple of phrases on there that worked with this page. So I'm going to add those, and I really like the little bit of craft, the little bit of brown neutral that it adds. So I will end up adding it to the bottom there below that Fa La La die cut from Merry Days, but I'm going to stack it with something else just to make it look a little less awkward. And you can see there that bottom photo is actually on a 4x6 card, so it's not 3x4 pockets. I'm actually going to end up doing that a lot towards the end of this album because I ran out of a page protector design that is actually this one, the one with 2 pockets at the top and 1 large pocket at the bottom. And I have so many of the other styles, and I'm not doing 6x8 again this year. I really don't want to buy more, so I'm just going to make them work, which means probably lots of 2 3x4s on a 4x6 backer card. But it works. It totally works, and it means that I don't have to buy more things, and also don't have to waste the stuff that I have. Okay, so that was it for that one. Like I said, I really like the way it turned out, and I think it's my favorite. This one is probably a close second. So this is a photo of our tree and my dog Foxy. The poor thing, I made her put on little reindeer ears. She was not very happy about it, but she held them there long enough for me to snap this photo. So I have to document it, of course. This is actually on Christmas Day, I think, or maybe Christmas Eve. I think it's actually Christmas Day because I use a 25 die cut. So when you get Christmas collections, there's always multiple 25s in them, and I'm always like, how am I going to use these? Because there's only one 25th and I can only use so many 25s. But I actually needed one for this layout, and then I had a hard time finding it. Go figure. Couldn't find one that worked. Finally did, but it took me quite a while. I think this one was the hardest one for me to do just because I had a vision of how I wanted it to be, and I just struggled to make it happen. So I really love that Fa La La card as well, another one of my favorites from this Pushprint Studio collection. And I wanted to add a tree since I have all of these wood veneer trees that I got at Target a few years back. And I couldn't decide between the green one or the natural one. So I go back and forth with those, and then I really wanted to use that tag from that Cosmo Cricut collection because it would just work perfectly on this card. But I wanted to add a 25 to the center, but then I couldn't find a 25 that worked. Yeah, just a lot of moving things around, adding things and taking them away, and trying things out just to get it to work the way I wanted it to. I added a bunch of Pinkfresh Studio wood veneer stars to that Fa La La card, but I didn't like the way it looked, so I take them back off. I try the green tree again. I do end up going with the green tree, and I end up actually adding a little gold star to the top of it. It just looked a little too plain, like it needed a little something else, which is why I was trying those gold stars from Pinkfresh Studio, but I end up going with this one. Not that one, actually, a smaller one on this sheet from Studio Calico. And there I finally found a 25 that works. It's a chipboard piece from Simple Stories. But I still am trying to get a star on there as well, so I move it around, try the star above it, try the star below it. Eventually the star doesn't make it. The star ends up on the tree instead, and then I can call this page done. I do end up stapling the twine that I used in the top of that tag just to keep it in place, to keep it from moving around in the pocket. And I wanted it to go down the page and not up above onto the other photo, if that makes sense. So otherwise, that is it for these 3 pages. I hope you've enjoyed them. I hope you found some inspiration if you're still trying to finish up your own Christmas documenting. And if you are, be sure to look for my upcoming December Daily Blast on YouTube, where I will be sharing all of the remaining pages of my December Daily album in a very short amount of time to get them out there and done and shared. Thanks again for watching, everyone. I hope to see you back here very soon.